Welcome everybody. Let's talk about Resident Evil Revelation. For this, we'll talk about Resident Evil Revelation and also what do I think if it's a remake. Resident Evil Revelation released on 2012 based on my knowledge. However, in the game, well, even though it released after Resident Evil 5, truth of the matter is Resident Evil Revelations takes place for Resident Evil 5. Take that out of the way. This may be a conspiracy theory, but I believe Resident Evil Revelation is first sign or the first seed that will lead to Resident Evil 9. I don't know if they're going to make a Resident Evil Revelation remake, because right now the only thing that is in development is Resident Evil 0 and Code Veronica. Now they're going to do the similar thing with Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remake for those two games. Partly because if I have to make a guess, they have to introduce Chris Redfield. It is mentioned on Resident Evil 2 and Resident Evil 3 remake. However, we didn't get to see Chris Redfield. We don't know what he looks like, which I hope they don't race swap him. Cross our fingers, guys. Now, inventory system, yes, it may be 3 slots you're not allowed to upgrade. At least they did one of the few things correct, which is a trunk system. You can store your weapons. I think for ammo, unlike in, let's say, Resident Evil 4 remake, weapons and ammos are divided. But in Resident Evil Revelation, they're combined together. So what you do is just pick up the ammo, reload. Yeah, you can just reload after you fired it. For herbs, it's the same thing. You collect. I don't know if you can combine it. I've never tried it. It's been a while, but I'm gonna look into it. Now, atmosphere. It takes place mostly, the first part is on the ship and then on the airfield, then go back to the ship, underwater ship where it sunk. I think most of the time it's on a cruise ship. Queen Zenobia. I don't know what's the third queen. I'm gonna put on the screen in case if you guys want to know what these ships' names called. All connected to Terra Grigia. And this is a part where O'Brien, the director of BSAA, well, he left the company. He left BSAA right after the game ended. After that, I believe the BSAA is not the same. And it shows you why Chris Redfield left right after Resident Evil 6. I'm not certain about Resident Evil 9 yet. We're not going to get into that because they didn't exactly tell where the other character is or their last known location. So we'll just leave it at that. Bosses, they're a bit overkill, but well, besides the hunters, even though you had to find a way to manage it. But overall, based on your difficulty, I think the difficulty is okay. But the one thing they need to improve is the flashback. Yeah, the flashback is good, but the problem is when you're playing on harder difficulty, there are times where your ammo is like what? Your weapons are either empty or I don't know, you have less ammo. So that's the problem. The flashback is something that I hope Capcom can fix because trust me, even when I'm playing on easy or normal, it's still a tedious one because you can't even use the weapons given in the present day. You can't do that. So that's a few things that need to be improved. But overall, the combat system, well, dodging needs to be a little bit more improvement. But I think everything should be good. In the Queen Zenobia, they will probably address what's happened with Mia, or perhaps they do. I don't know if they won't do it. Or they would. We'll just have to wait and see. I think for these games need to be made or remake, they still have to introduce Chris Redfield, what he looks like.
There you are. Nice work.
No doubt about it. These corpses show signs of viral infection.
And I bet it's no coincidence they came through the FBC's blockade.
Well, we did all we can. Now, we wait for the results to come back from HQ.
Leave a like and subscribe. Comment down below. What do you guys think? Don't forget, if you have any suggestion, put it in the comments. And if you want any woke or anti-woke detected, visit my first channel up here.